Hi my dear friends, welcome back my YouTube channel. In this video today I am going to talk about a particular matter where I will talk about how I improved my English language. Let's have a dive in. My dear friends, first of all I would share with you that I am not a better speaker in English and I am not a fluent person in English. I am not as fluent as the native speaker speaks. But I have the confidence to have a communication with anybody else. That is what I am going to share with you. How did I get this confidence? What should we do in order to get this confidence, first of all? And what should we do in order to take our English into the next level? My dear friends, that is what I would like to share with you today in this video. Let's have a dive in. As an introduction, I will share with you most of the people, 99% of the people want to be a fluent person in English. But the reality, I am really unhappy to share with you that most of the people are not willing to have a communication with others, and they would think what the other people would think if I start speaking English. That's the main concern most of the people are facing, right? So, in this video, I will give you the solution for that, and I will obviously take your English into the next level. If you are ready to start following these instructions, what I would like to share with you. Right? My dear friends, each and every single person wants to be a fluent person in English, and they want to fluent and they are imitating as the native speaker are speaking. That is not the real thing, that is not the actual thing that we needed. I would share with you what we needed and what not we needed. My dears, everyone wants to be a fluent person in English, but the reality, most of the people are not ready to practice. The lack of the practice is the highlighted one and is the underlined word for each of the persons to struggle to be a fluent person in English. We need to increase our confidence level. Okay, what should we do in order to take our English into the next level? What should we do in order to level up our English? Right? That's what I'm going to share with you in this video in particular. So, my dears, if you're ready to follow these instructions, to be honest, I will tell you, you will see some changes in your English level. So, first of all, I would talk about, reading. My dears, first of all, I would like to talk about the reading. If you are not reading properly, we are not able to move ahead in a proper way, in a good manner. So, first and foremost thing is reading. We have to prioritize the reading. Right now, I would recall the superb words of Francis Bacon. Reading makes a full man, right? Reading makes a full man. As long as we are not reading, we are not able to get the proper words, proper idioms. We are not able to get the expressions, idiomatic expressions. So, in order to get these vocabulary, these words and expressions and idioms and so on, reading should be a habit and reading should be a most important part of our life. We should take this reading as a part of our life. If we have a lot of vocabularies and expressions, idioms and everything, then we will definitely get the confidence to have a communication with anybody else, right? That is the reality. We lose our confidence whereas we don't have the proper words and proper sentences to have a communication and to have a casual talks with. For reading, I would highly recommend to have a book along with you. If you have your own book, that's okay. If you don't have your book, please try to buy a particular book you are interested in. You can take and you can buy a story book, short story book, novels. And obviously, if you are a subscriber of an English newspaper, that's okay with you. And you have to start reading today itself. Okay. You always keep a short diary along with you ever since you start reading. And what you have to do, you have to take down and you have to note down the words that you are not familiar with in that particular diary. When you got these type of words while you are reading the short stories and novels and so on. That's what you need to do while reading. That's all I want to share with you regarding the reading. In a nutshell, I would highly recommend you to have a wonderful book along with you that you are interested in and start reading today itself. Write down the words you are not familiar with. Right? This is all the things that you need to do while reading. This is the first and foremost thing that I want to share with you. And reading should be a habit for our life. Reading should be a habit for our life at any cost. At least you have to read half of the page or one of the page as a beginner, that's enough. And it should be a consistent, it should be continuous process for you to read the book that you are interested in. And it should go 1 week. After 1 week, you have to increase your pages, 2 to 4 pages, 4 to 5 pages, like that. And after 1 or 2 weeks, definitely reading should be a part, reading must be a part of your life. That is what we need to do as part of reading, right? Come to the second and next point, which is listening. As we all know that the listening plays a wonderful job in the journey of learning language. So I would like you to be a wonderful listener to any particular native speaker. You can take any native speaker and start listening to them, the way of talking and the slangs and the usages, idioms, and so on, so on. Take your YouTube and just type it, and you will find out any native speaker. Listen to them, the way of their talking, their slangs. But in this listening area, I would like to share with you one important thing. Then you can take only one of the native speaker. You may be getting confused in that manner if you are going to take a person today and another person tomorrow and the third person day after tomorrow, and if you are going to follow different and various type of persons and various type of these native speakers in different days, you will be getting confused maybe because the way of they are talking and their slangs may be different. For example, you may be taking today the English speaker from England, maybe tomorrow you will get another person from America. So you may be getting confused with their slangs. So in order to avoid this type of inconvenience, I would highly recommend you to take the single person for a month and forever, right? And you can take any of the native speakers. That's up to you. Right now, I am following one of the persons, and each and every single day I will find out a particular time in order to listen to them. I will take their blogs, I will take their teaching methods, I will take their live lessons. I will get everything from their speakings, right? And if you got any native speaker and you have to figure out the way of their talkings and their slangs and the idioms and expressions, idiomatic expressions and phrasal verbs that they are using throughout their language. If you want to write down, you can go ahead with these words and expressions that you are getting from them in your notepad. When you start listening to the native speakers, you can shadow them. What is shadow? I mean, shadow, when you start listening to them, after that just pause them. They will speak and you have to listen to them. Just pause them what they told and try to imitate and try to speak in the same manner they were talking. Right? That is what is called the shadow. So you can do the shadow and you will get a lot of words and everything and the style of their talking, the way of their talking and everything you will get from their videos. Right? If you want to listen the native speakers, you can listen to the native speakers and you will get the way of their talking. And if you are interested in the BBC news and other news and podcast, and you can go ahead with that. But you have to be consistent. Never be a hesitant and never be a reluctant. You always have to be a self-motivated, self-inspired. Okay, this is all about I want to share with you regarding the listening thing. Till now, I shared with you two things regarding reading and the listening. Next and most important thing, and we have to give the priority and more priority, the last one, which is nothing other than the speaking. Okay, when it comes to the speaking, most of the people lose their confidence. That's what I want to focus and I want to concentrate in this video in particular. Just believe in yourself. that you have a lot of vocabularies, you have a lot of words, you know everything, but the reality that we are not ready to have a communication and have a chit chat with others in English itself. And whenever we start, speaking English, then we would think that what the other people think about. Believe in ourselves and trust ourselves first, and give the confidence to ourselves and boost our confidence ourselves first. If you are a person who has the friend circle who are speaking with you in English itself, it's okay. I would like to talk about a person who doesn't have another person to have a communication with in English itself, right? So what does that person do in order to level up his or her English into the next level? I'm going to talk about one by one. You have to lend your ears to these instructions that I would like to share with you. First of all, self talk. I started doing the same months back or nearly 1 year back. Right? Self talk. Actually, I didn't have any person, then I started thinking, why don't I speak to myself? And nearly 1 year back or months back, I started speaking to myself and I started, getting the confidence. Really, nearly after 1 month, I started seeing and I started witnessing the real changes in me. And I got the confidence. That was what I really did in order to boost up my English level. And I got improved and I got inspired and I got improved. And you will see the drastic changes in your English if you start doing the same and if you start, following the same. My dear friends, if you are a beginner, you can do another thing. Jam activity. JAM. Jam activity. JAM means just a minute. You can take 1 minute and you can take a minute, and without thinking you can speak in this you can take this 1 minute to have a communication with yourself, whatever you are saying, whatever you are thinking, and whatever you are imagining and you are feeling, everything can be talked about in this 1 minute. Okay, because we have a lot of words and sentences, but we are not ready to have a communication with ourselves. That's the reality. In order to crack this achievement, we should do something ourselves and we should do something on our own, or else we won't be able to see the success, and never think the success would come to our palm. As long as we are not ready, as long as we are reluctant and hesitant to take our ability in outside, we have to try our best and we have to take our effort outside, and we have to do the hard work in order to get the success. Don't think that this is the hard work and we won't be able to do after 2 days and after 1 week. Never. And if you got used to with it and take this as a fun way, not as a serious way, and not as a studying way, and not as a learning way, don't think and don't feel that you are learning something and you are studying something. No, but we have to think that it's going on in a fun way, in a joke way, then it will be interested for you, and you will definitely be interested in doing these particular things as well. I would share with you my experience that as a beginner, I used to communicate with myself with the broken English, with broken words and with broken sentences. Now, and really happy to share with you that I got the confidence, and I would definitely have a communication with anybody else, whether it could be native speaker or non-native speaker, obviously, because I've been following these instructions for last couple of months even. And come to the same point, you can take the jam activity. How to do this jam activity? You can do one thing. Just be alone, or you can come to the playground, or you can come to your garden, or you can come to the balcony and just look around. Whatever you are seeing surrounding you, you can talk about those things in words by words and bit by bit. One by one, you can talk about those things what you are seeing. Okay, for example, butterfly and sky, birds, flowers, blossoms. These are the words that you are seeing while you are standing in your balcony, while you are standing in your playground, while you are standing in your garden as well. So you can talk about these things what you are seeing at the beginning. as a beginner you can do these things, and after 1 week you will continue these things till 1 week. After 1 week you will definitely start speaking these words together. Okay, and you will start making and creating the sentences with the words that you have already got, right? In this jam activity now you are speaking, with the sentences. Birds are flying, birds are chirping, I am seeing the flowers, and the blossoms are smiling, and so on. These are sentences. Later these sentences, each and every single sentences will be extended into a long sentences. Okay, and most important thing, we are not ready to make mistakes. That's the huge and big mistake the most of the people are making in their life. We have to let ourselves make the mistakes. For example, take a look at the person who is doing the cycling. Okay, he will fall down. As a beginner he will fall down, and finally he will get his destination, and he will be able to do the cycling in a proper way after making mistakes over and over and over, right? Likewise we have to let ours make the mistakes. While speaking ourselves, let you speak and let you make the mistakes. First of all, we have to try our best to have a confidence and increase and boost our confidence, first of all, by getting the words, by reading and listening to a couple of videos, and eventually by speaking ourselves if we don't have any other person. Okay, my dears, we have to create the atmosphere where we will be able to speak something in English. My dears, we are not the persons who were born and brought up in the country where the people are talk in English. Okay, or else we would definitely be able to talk in English. Okay, first of all, we have to let ours make the mistakes. Look at the child and look at the children. They make the mistake. They are not aware of the grammar parts. They don't know even the grammar. What should I do here? What should I say here? What should I talk here? No, they don't have any idea. They used to say, if we were children, we used to say, yesterday we will come, tomorrow I went. These are the mistakes that we were making in our childhood. But the listener will understand what he was talking about and what she was talking about. Okay? And finally, I would highly recommend you to be a consistent. We should have the consistency. We should have continuous process. We should do all of these things in a continuous process, in a consistency. Otherwise it will definitely be flopped. So in order to avoid this inconvenience, we have to be a consistent, and we should not be a reluctant person. We should not be a hesitant person. These are all the things that I would like to share with you in order to take your English into the next level. If you follow these things, you will definitely see the changes in your life and in your English journey. So have a nice day, have a wonderful future. And my dear friends, I am winding up over here. I can't wait to see you in the next video. I will be coming to you with a wonderful another video. Bye.